Under Pep Guardiola, Manchester City have become the blueprint of modern football. In this video, we break down how City dominate games with possession, structure, and tactical evolution. At the heart of it all is Rodri, the player who gives balance, control, and rhythm to everything City do. Without him, the team looks vulnerable, but with him, they look unstoppable. We'll also uncover how Guardiola's inverted fullbacks reshape the pitch and create dominance in midfield. So the big question is, can Rodri be the key to putting Manchester City back on top of the football world? Stick around, the answers might surprise you. We start right away with Rodri, the heartbeat of Manchester City and the key to their control. Even before receiving the ball, he scans the space, already aware of Johnny Reinders' position. At the same time, Reinders checks over his shoulder, identifying the free space behind United's midfield line. Rodri finds him with a perfectly timed pass, and suddenly Reinders has open space to drive forward a single ball that takes 6 Manchester United players out of the game. Now we once again see the importance of Rodri for Manchester City. While City's players are well positioned across the pitch, the opposition tries to overload their left side with almost all players except the defenders. Rodri drops deeper to collect the ball and with great vision, switches play brilliantly to Gvardiol. Gvardiol receives an acres of space and can drive the ball forward, completely changing the dynamic of the attack. This moment perfectly highlights how crucial Rodri is in City's build-up play. Here we see Manchester City starting their build-up from the back. Under Pep Guardiola, Manchester City often used the so-called 3+1 structure, 3 defenders plus Rodri initiating the play, while someone like Nico O'Reilly positions higher up. Rodri constantly scans the pitch, looking forward again and again to stay aware of his options. Both Reinders and Foden are active in offering themselves, with Reinders cleverly dropping into free space. He receives the ball and, with a smart first touch layoff, returns it to Rodri. With perfect control, Rodri takes one touch to settle and then immediately switches play to the left, where O'Reilly is already making a run. In this way, City managed to bypass the opponent's first pressing line, and once again we see Rodri's incredible vision at the heart of City's build-up. Here we see Manchester City's inversion, as O'Reilly tucks inside while Rodri drops deeper with the defenders. This creates City's familiar 3+1 structure, giving stability in the first phase of build-up. With Rodri orchestrating from deep and O'Reilly narrowing the shape, City secure superiority in midfield while keeping control at the back. Manchester City begin their build-up from the back, with O'Reilly inverting into midfield. Rodri drops deep to join Diaz, Gvardiol, and Khusanov, recreating the familiar 3+1 structure. With O'Reilly tucked inside, City look to create numerical superiority in midfield, controlling the central spaces and dictating the rhythm of the game. This clearly shows how Guardiola has added fullback inversion to his style, adapting brilliantly to the demands of modern football. This heat map compares Abdulkader Khusanov and Nico O'Reilly. Khusanov stayed deeper, close to the defensive line to support the build-up, while O'Reilly operated much higher, often in advanced midfield zones and near the box, showing City's balance between defensive security and attacking presence. Manchester City excel at complementing the box in this phase. Both fullbacks and Bernardo Silva join Jeremy Doku on the dribble, and in one moment, 3 City players line up alongside Haaland, making 4 in total in the penalty area. Doku lays the ball back to Rodri, who shifts it to Diaz, but the key takeaway is how perfectly City's players fill the penalty area, creating multiple attacking threats and stretching the opposition's defense. Now we'll look at 2 pressing situations, starting with the first. Manchester City push the opposition back onto their own half as they carry the ball forward, each City player engaging man-to-man in the first phase. Foden shifts more centrally to congest the midfield, and soon you can see 4 City players covering the central area very closely together. De Ligt could theoretically pass to Patrick Dorgu, but it would be far too risky. Under this pressing, he is forced to play a long ball forward, where the physically weaker Diallo faces Diaz. Diaz easily wins the aerial duel, in fact, Diallo barely challenges him and heads the ball to Khusanov. City then form a perfect 3-on-1 triangle around Diallo in the middle and calmly take control of the situation. The second pressing situation is similar to the first, with Manchester City once again closing down the central spaces. Noussair Mazraoui plays the ball back to his goalkeeper, and Haaland immediately triggers the press. Bernardo Silva joins him, forcing Altay Bayender to pass into midfield. He finds Ugarte, but Reinders and Foden close him down instantly. Ugarte releases the ball, with Foden quickly stepping up to the next man, and City create a 4v3 overload. Once again, they shut down the central spaces brilliantly, and Doku reads the pass perfectly to intercept. Manchester City's pressing proves successful once more, executed with very high intensity. Rodri's influence has once again been clear, underlining how vital he is for Guardiola's Manchester City. But the real question is, can Pep and his team reclaim the Premier League title this season? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss the next analysis.